13 fun projects. Welcome to M.A.G.I.E Art, my very first art challenge. I hope you're going to join me and I hope you're going to have a heap of fun. During the month you might learn some new techniques, or you might reacquaint yourself with some that you've forgotten about, and we just want to have a lot of fun, throw it all at the page, create something that is uniquely you in your art journal. Hello again, it's Lee here. Thanks for joining me for another day of my M.A.G.I.E art journal challenge. So we're up to day 4 when this is going live on the 8th of May. It's 6 in the morning, or 6 or 7 in the morning. I can't remember which one it is now. If you're on the other side of the world, as in if you're in America somewhere, that's probably in the afternoon sometime the previous day, so on the 7th. Yeah, so the prompt or the project idea for this one is words, quotes, or SOPPY affirmations. So let's get this on the road. Now, if you're watching the premiere and you've got a question, just put it in the chat. I'm here to answer any questions that you've got. So it is words, quotes, or SOPPY affirmations. Alright, how am I going to do this today? I want to do something really bright. I want to just go rogue with some colours and use some colours that I don't normally use, So I've got a selection of my bright ones here. And I think I shall just put some blobs of different colours on the page. And then I'm going to, well, I'll do one colour at a time so I don't mix them together accidentally. Yeah, and then I don't know what I'll do over the top of it. That looks really transparent. Why? This page I've already done 2 layers of gesso on top of, so it's got a really good coat on paint, like a foundation on it. Alright, now if you've got questions, it doesn't have to be art related too. You can ask me personal things, not too personal, just you know what I'm talking about. Okay. So has anybody done a project yet? I haven't actually seen anything so far. Maybe I'm not looking in the right place. Okay, so we got some green happening. The next thing I want to put in there is some blue. So I've got this one, it's called Admiral Blue. See how this goes, and I think I'll change paintbrushes. I don't like that one. It's a bit stiff, hasn't been rinsed out properly at some point in its poor life. That's a nice colour. I'm going to just go over that circle that's coming through the gesso. So got some little circles there in a few different places, because this is not that side, but that side where you can't see it anymore. Where are we? It's this stuff here. It's a bag from a fashion shop. So this book is made of a few different things. Yeah, so have you been playing along, or have you just been watching? Somebody mentioned that they only have watercolour paints, so you can definitely do your projects in watercolour paint because you just do what you want to do. Okay, so what next? Maybe some yellow. So I've got this one, looks like a primary yellow or cad yellow, something like that. I should probably rinse that paintbrush. I started off with a bang on my first video, on my first piece of art. Sorry about the brush banging on the jar. And then I sort of got a bit tame for the second one, I thought. And I think it was because I couldn't sort of get in my head how to do something old-fashioned and vintage with bright colours. Like, how do you do that? And I just fell back to the old collaging. Anyway, I was still happy with the way that turned out. I particularly liked the you know, the page with the photos on the right hand side. I thought that was really nice. I'm going to do some doodling on this when it's all dry. So it's nice and bright so far. Now, what next? I've got some orange. I'm not 100% sure about this one. It's a different orange to what I used the other day, so I'm just going to use it sparingly. It's not one of my favourite colours. Yeah, it's a completely different colour to, where is it? On day one I used an orange, that one, so that's a more red orange, that one. So the idea was to just let loose and do whatever you want. Just to, you know, just put your personality on the page, I guess, in a way. And then my second day, I thought my thing was a little bit contrived. So it didn't seem spontaneous. So I'm hoping to change that with this one. Now, what else can I put on there? You couldn't get much brighter than this opera pink. Is it? Opera rose. If I can get the lid off. So that green is quite transparent. So I'm just going to put that there. And I know this one is transparent as well. I could use my paint shifter, paint shaper, whatever it's called, to get some really dark patches in there. I love what happens when you put this over the top of other colours, like that blue. So because it's transparent, you get that purple happening. It's got a funny smell, this paint there. I've noticed that with a few pink paints. Has anyone else noticed that? And it makes me think of that thing we used to say when we were at school. Where I went to school, we used to say, "Ink pink, you stink." And I wonder if it was because pink stinks. It must be something to do with the pigment, because all my pink paints smell the same. Horrible. Okay. Now I want to put some yellow on there, and I've got a different yellow. I just want to, I feel like there's just a bit too much of translucent green. I'm going to put some yellow over it. It's actually gold or deep yellow, I think. Warm yellow, this one. Okay, so I want something else nice and bright. What about purple? Well, I've got purple. I must have one somewhere. Yeah, what have we got? There we go. So this one is deep violet. That'll do. So once I get all this paint on there, I'm going to let it dry. And then, oh, that's pretty. I'll see where it needs other bits, like where the paint needs touching up, if at all. And then I'm going to go crazy with some doodling. And try and make something out of the shapes. I don't like that, so I'm going to cover it. I love this thing for doing that, and I understand now why they call them paint shapers, because you can do shapes with your paint with one of these things. Is that why they do it? Why they call it that? I don't know. Could be. That's my idea anyway, of why it's called a paint shaper. It looks quite nice over that green. Now, what next? What have I got? Ooh. What's this one? Quinacridone magenta. Yep, sounds good to me. Similar to the purpley colour, isn't it? Probably a bit too close. That's alright. We'll get a bit of harmony in there. So anybody got any questions, just pop them into the chat. Or if you just want to say hello and let me know that you're here, that would be fantastic. Beautiful day here today. Just a light breeze, nice and sunny. Perfect autumn weather. And our nights are just starting to cool down a bit now, so it's good. You can get under the blanket. How's that looking? Whoa, that is bright. Okay. I'm a little bit concerned about this orange. What's this one? Vermilion. I've got this orange here, which is the one I used yesterday, I believe. So, I mean on day one. Cad Orange Hue. I'm just going to go over these oranges. Yeah, see the difference in the colour? It's much deeper. So what I don't want to have is patches of the paper showing through under the paint. I want it to be all nicely covered up. So I'm just building up this layer of paint. Now, acrylics, if you're using acrylics, they dry really fast. And they dry darker than what they are when you put them down. Now the blue needs to be touched up a little bit, and I might put some other blue over the top of it. Got some different blues here. What's this one? Cobalt blue. Cerulean, that's the one I was looking for. So this is a lighter, more aqua or tealy sort of colour. It's more opaque than that original one too. I'm going to leave those bits as they are. Dragging that into a couple of other places. Okay, what next? I just want to, where these are, just darken that up a little bit so you can't see anything else underneath it. I'll need to use the brush for that though. It's a lovely blue colour, but it's quite transparent. And maybe just a little bit of that dark blue over the side for balance. That's an interesting colour it makes when it mixes with that magenta. Okay, I'm going to leave that to dry now. Come back and add some more things to it. Alrighty, we're all dry now. I'm going to put some white paint. Like I've got some impression things here. So these are actually clay for, you know, for pressing into clay, but I like to use them on my jelly plate, and just if I put paint on them, they put a print, you know, a stamp on here, like a stamp. This is a soap holder, like it's a suction soap holder for the bathroom. Bit of Michael Bublé wrap. So he makes nice little circles. And I think I found the motherload of SOPPY affirmations when I was going through some of my stickers, and actually some little pads of paper. They've got all these things at the back of them that, yeah, they're not my scene, put it that way. Okay, so I'm just going to put some of this white paint on there and roll it out with a brayer so it's nice and thin. So I can push my impression tools in there. I'll do this one first, because this one's fun and it makes a noise when you do it, or it used to. Listen. Oh, it's not working. Must only do it on the jelly plate. It's good fun though. It's good to see you come here for some mature entertainment. There we go. That's the noise. Oh, I mustn't have pressed it down hard enough before. Ready, set, go. Yep. Okay, that'll do for that one. Let's get some dots on there. Right. And the bubble wrap. Should just get that off the brayer. Actually, good way of cleaning the brayer off. It does like the opposite to that thing. It's like the negative and the positive side of two things. Okay. Now this one I think I'll save till last, because I'm going to write some words on that. Before I do anything else, I'm going to do what? Got some pencils here. I feel like I need to write on there with pencil. What's this one? This is a watercolour pencil. Not sure if it's going to write over the top of that acrylic paint. We'll give it a try. What can I write? I'm at a loss what to write. Oh, broke it. That's what happens when you drop your pencils on the floor. I've got a white Stabilo somewhere. No, I'm not going to use that. It's not working out. Let's go to a paintbrush. And some of this white paint. And I'm going to... Well, I thought about doing some like negative space flowers on here, but I'm not sure about that at the moment. But I really want to draw some flowers. So I think that's what I'll do. Or do I do some leaves? Some vines. Might do a vine. I need to get some water on that paint. It's not spreading too well. It's a bit too dry. I'm just going to fiddle around with this and do some doodling with this paintbrush and paint. Let's see where we end up. Okay, so I'm going to leave the painting alone for a bit, but this is what I'm talking about. This is a little Kaisercraft pad, 6.5 inch square, and it's called Romantic. And at the end, it's got stickers, all this stuff. Are they stickers? I'm not sure if they're stickers or just things that you stick on. No, they're just paper. So what I thought I would do is write some of these soppy, sentimental things into my leaves. Just because I can. Don't have much luck with pens going over the top of of these paints. Oh, this is a good one. The good things in life are better with you. Thoughts of you always put a smile on my face. I'm much more me when I'm with you. That's a beauty. But that deserves somewhere else, I think. That should be written all over the top of the page. Let's try here. Oh, I hate it when that happens. M.A.G.I.E. Could have written them along the branches too, I guess. Okay, so this one, I think it's got some pretty horrible things on it. Do small things with great love. You are so beautiful. Follow your heart. I've got one more leaf to fill in. Never forget this moment. I love you more than you'll ever know. No. You are loved. Okay. So I'm thinking I'll let that dry and then I'm going to go over them with gold and put some more marks on this page. Alright, so I've painted the leaves with a very transparent gold, and I've just got this Lumicolor pencil. Yeah, it's not water soluble, it's waterproof, and it's really good for drawing on top of acrylic paint with. So I'm just going to colour some of these circles in, or go over them. And then I thought maybe I can look at some of these other patches on here and maybe do some doodling in them. So I'm just going to look for places like here that are a bit blank looking and just draw something in there. Encircle a few things as well, or outline them. Some of the shapes that I can see. See, that looks like a heart there. That looks like a hill. So it's got some white dots on it, so I'm going to put some more white dots on it. And here I'm going to put some lines. And then on this, I'm going to put some lines going the other way. Alrighty, I'm not going to doodle anymore. I'm just going to try and stamp. I've got this white ink pad. That'll do. Actually, why don't I do something like that as well? It looks quite good. Now this was supposed to be for writing on these lines. And now they're turning into something else. I love that colour there, where the pink went over the yellow. I think that's one of my favourite parts. And down here, it's the same. That'll do. You know what, I'm going to call that done because I I could probably just spend more and more time adding stuff to it, but I think that'll do. So this one is words, quotes, or okay, so this one is words, quotes, or SOPPY affirmations. So I've got all my affirmations written in the leaves and along the stem there, as well as along the bottom. And yeah, I'm happy with it. It's nice and bright. At first I thought that green was bugging me, but since I put the marks over the top of it, put the black over it, I like it a lot better. Yeah, this pen is like that pencil I used was great, but I like the way this pen makes things way more distinct. And I'm going to go over these white lines here with the black as well. Okay, let me know in the comments what you think. I love it. And yeah, it makes me happy when I see all these bright colours. And yeah, I just had a lot of fun doing this, and I hope you'll try it or do something of your own. I'd love to see what what your interpretation of that is. So yeah, so we've gone through some transitions. So that was bright to start with, and we went vintage. Then it was coming back to the paints, and then kaboom, hits you in the face. Alrighty, thanks for watching. Don't forget to leave comments, thumbs up, and I'll catch you in the next video. So the next one is going to be I see the ocean, as in I-S-E-A, the ocean. So I'm looking forward to that one. Alright, take care, happy crafting, hugs and cheers from Australia. Hooroo!